Hello, church family. Paul Andrews here, worship pastor at Lakeshore Baptist. Have you ever been in trouble? And I don't necessarily mean being in trouble and getting arrested or doing something really bad, but maybe you were the one that used the last paper towel on the paper towel holder and you didn't replace the paper towels. Or have you ever been caught doing something that maybe you shouldn't have done? Like, for instance, take the last chocolate of your spouse's favorite kind of chocolate and take it for yourself and leave the bowl empty. Or in our household, sometimes in the pantry, there's a box of something that we all like, but you take the last thing out of the box and you leave the box on the shelf and you don't replace it or tell anybody. So what happens when you get in trouble? Well, sometimes you get a little talking to, maybe shamed a little bit, maybe you start feeling guilty, maybe you just want to run and hide and kind of retreat, like a refuge. You know, there's some places that you can go and try to hide and get away from life, but eventually you're going to have to face reality. Proverbs 18:10 tells us, "The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe." So what happens if you get in trouble with God? Does he forgive you? Does he shame you? Does he call you out? Probably all of those things. He does forgive you, but he probably calls you out to teach you a lesson so that maybe you won't do that same thing again in the future. Psalm 46, 1 and 2. God is our refuge and our strength, an ever present help in times of trouble. Therefore, we will not fear. So that verse is telling us that we can go to God. He is our strength, He is our place of rest, and He will always be there when it says an ever present help in trouble. So whenever we get in trouble or do something wrong, God is there. He is our ever present helper. Therefore, we will not fear. So I just want to talk just a little bit about refuge. What is that? Well, I went to my favorite source, Surrey, and she told me that refuge is a condition of being safe or sheltered from pursuit, danger, or trouble. Have you ever been chased by somebody? Maybe you've had a bad dream, and in your dream you were being chased by some bad guys, or you were in danger. Maybe you're out late at night in an unfamiliar area all by yourself, and you did one of those things that sometimes we do. We kind of look over our shoulder and make sure if anybody's following us. And the other part of refuge is something that provides shelter. So going back again to Proverbs 18:10, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. Our faith in God gives us refuge from our troubles. He is our covering, our tent of protection against whatever is coming our way. Maybe it's danger, maybe it's someone pursuing us, maybe it's trouble we don't even know coming. We all need a place that we can go and retreat. Jesus went and retreated often, not because he was in trouble, but he just needed to get away, take a rest, pray, rest, reflect. We don't really know exactly what he did, but he would get away, and often it was either early in the morning or late at night after he's been working all day long. This past Sunday in our band led service, we did a song by Shelley E. Johnson. If you're not familiar with her, she is a contemporary Christian singer and songwriter, and she wrote a song named Refuge. And let me just give you some of the lyrics. God is faithful, all his ways are good, and all his words are true. God's love redeems, his mercy heals. In shame and storm, his love is home. Forever, he is our refuge. Those are great words. And if you don't know that song or if you missed the service this past Sunday, look up Shelley E. Johnson and look for a refuge. Look for some of her other songs. She has some really good songs out there. But God is someone we can turn to at all times because his words are true. He redeems us when we do things we can mess up, we get in trouble. And he will restore us because that's what his word tells us. His promise is that he will restore us when we ask for forgiveness, when we confess our sins. This Sunday, Susanna is going to share a message from John chapter 13, Jesus washing the disciples' feet. And if you think about it, the disciples and Jesus went to a place of solitude, a refuge, away from all the hubbub of what they had to do with everyday life, just to get away, to have supper together. And then Jesus demonstrated being a servant. So I hope that you'll be able to join us this Sunday for worship. Our band-led service is at 11:15. Our choir-led service is at 8:45. We have on-campus Bible study at 10 o'clock. So as you think about refuge, whenever you need to find refuge, find God, and he will be there with you. Have a great day.